Right, so there's going to be some good stuff in this video. I'm going to give you an update because, believe it or not, my slippers have been found. I'm going to give you an update on that, right? So it looks like I've been caught red-handed. I screwed up, right? Or did I? But I got to tell you this thing, right? And it's the element of racism. I know I talk about racism a lot, or I'm talking about increasingly more because I'm more conscious of it. I'm more awake of it. I want, again, my Muslim politically active men on the hill, sisters on the hill to understand this part, right? So what I'm going to do is read this out. It's brilliant, right? And what it does for the men on the hill, sisters on the hill, right, is it gives an insight, in my mind, to both the Muslim mind, right? I'll tell you why I mean that in a minute, and to the white wider media, right? The kind of elite system, right? And how it discriminates and treats Muslims so differently, right? Sources recount how the KGB first became interested in operational psychology. And this is an article from The Guardian, right? I'm just going to read a couple of paragraphs from it. In the 1960s. But it was the Stasi in East Germany's sinister secret police that perfected these psychological techniques and used them extensively against dissidents in the 1970s and 1980s. These operations were given a name, Zurzung. I'm not German, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, right? According to former officers, the aim was to switch off the regime opponents by disrupting their private lives. Now this is so important, listen to this. Tactics including removing pictures from walls, replacing one variety of tea for another, and even sending a vibrator to a target's wife. Usually victims had no idea that the Stasi were responsible. Many thought they were going mad, some suffered breakdowns, a few killed themselves. So I've already explained in my previous video how Israel used exactly this tactic, and it was documented in the book, the great book They Dare to Speak Out, in America against pro-Muslim and pro-Palestinian activists, right? So they did exactly this, broke into people's house and rearranged things. So it's not something that was only used in the 60s and only by a communist state, right? So for those people out there saying that this is impossible, that nothing like this happens, well, the first point I'd say is, well, clearly it does happen, right? But what's more interesting is this. When this happened to white guys, it's white diplomats in this case, right? They took it seriously, and when an Englishman read this, my guess is he'd go, it's probably true. So remember, it's a small thing, changing the tea. No one said, are you crazy? They're changing the tea. Maybe you forgot, you got bad memory. How stupid are you? Oh my God, hashtag the KGB stole my tea, right? Can you see? A white guy says it, and white people believe them, right? And it's even smaller than mine. Mine is quite fantastical in my mind, right? Theirs is a small thing, changing the tea, right? But when a Muslim said it in this instance, look how the British media, white media, took it, yeah? And even worse, how the Muslims took it, or you know, these apoliticals took it. A Muslim is not to be believed, despite evidence. His word is never good enough. His concerns are no concerns. Yeah, his fears are no fears. It's always just crack. He's stupid. He's nothing, and that's because we got no confidence in ourselves. White person says, listen, I think something's going wrong, and the white media, or, you know, they report it, they give it legitimacy, they say there's something to it. A Muslim says it, right? And, oh, you know, oh, what, Mossad's going to steal your slippers? What, Mossad's going to steal your tea? See, one rule for them and another for us, yeah? And even more disturbing is that Muslims were so underconfident and so unsure of themselves, they couldn't stand up, like white guys do for their own, and say, hang about, why are you doing that? There might be some truth to it. Listen to this guy, hear him out. On what grounds are you just writing it off? You see how the difference in psychologies? It's a psychological thing that between how racist white prejudice deals with Muslims' concerns, and how obviously, and I'm not even talking about the Zionists. The Zionists have to do it for their own tactical reasons, right? But I'm just talking about the people who are not aligned. You know, white people, they don't have to support Israel, right? So they're open-minded in that way. But their prejudice still means that they've got to look down on the Muslim guy when he says there's a concern, right? Ah, how crazy is this guy? Look, whatever, yeah? And even more upsetting is a lack of confidence in Muslims. The Guardian writes about white people targeted who only committed suicide because their tea was changed, and they said there's some things are going odd in my life, right? And they can't put it down. It's not like they caught the KGB guy, yeah? It's just their word. We only have their word to believe it, right? Well, I'm telling you, it's my word, and I'm telling you the other Muslim leaders have told me it's their word, but it's ridiculed. Why? Because a Muslim has no belief in his own people. He's got no confidence in himself. He sees himself as inferior, he sees himself as unworthy. And if a white guy says, ha ha, you're unworthy, or a Zionist says, ha ha, you're unworthy, then he goes, yeah, I am. He doesn't say, hold on, no, I'm not. I've got something to say, you hear it out. You know, I said it before, you know, a Muslim doesn't see himself as human. He sees himself as an animal, as an inferior, yeah, as a dog. You know, dogs don't fight lions. And that's why you see Muslims, you know, quick to attack me. They never lifted a finger up against anyone who's attacked them, like the Zionists or nothing like that. So dogs don't fight a lion. They're scared of a lion. They'll fight another dog because they see me just as like they see themselves. You know, another dog. I was going yesterday. I was going to watch Mad Max, right? This lovely old lady who lives next door to me, a lovely old couple who lived next door to me for many years, a Jewish lady, said she'd just come back from a holiday, and she'd found some slippers in her garden, right, with some feathers around it. She surmised, I mean, she's not to know, that it was a fox. So I'm caught red-handed. I blame the Zios, you know, they're so innocent, right? And yes, it was a fox all along, right? You know, a fox took my slippers, right? So really, it's open and shut case. I should come out really apologising to all the Zio boys and saying, listen guys, you know, I got it all wrong, you know, and you know, no hard feelings. Can I have Palestine back now, please? And can you stop killing little children and murdering them and stealing their organs? So that's really kind of, I should be a bit more humble about it and come out and say that to the Zionists. The problem is there's just some little things that I just can't understand. Okay, right, so this is where this amazing fox, right, has taken my slippers from, all right? So here you can see my door, right, yeah, and push the door, right, yeah, so you look through the letterbox, because obviously you never know, right, you know, some foxes can be fairly slim, and they may be able to enter here, you can see. I don't know if you can see the door fully, right? Fully double glazed door. Now there's some robbers, right, out there, yeah, who would love to know how to enter through this door without using a crowbar, right, unless they can pick a lock, right? Now I don't know how to do it, but obviously there's some folks out there that does. I'm going to use a key. Alright, so now I've entered into the house. This fox, right, is so amazing, right, so normally, right, I would leave my shoes in this area, right, but this fox is so amazing that not only does it take my slippers and my shoe, right, but it places one of the shoes through this solid wood fire door. So here is the second conundrum for this fox, right, because it's taken my slippers and my shoe, right, and obviously taken it out of the house, past this solid double glazed door. But the remaining shoe, right, what it's done is it's put it through this door into the house. Yeah, now this is a solid fire door, right? I don't know how you would get through that door, but then I'm not the cleverest guy in the world. This fox is out there that are far smarter than me, right? Without crowbarring that, or maybe if you're a smart fox, and come on, there are smart animals out there, picking this lock, because it's definitely nothing to do with intimidation. Remember, Muslims who are active in the scene of Muslim rights and Palestinian rights never get any kind of covert action against them, never get any harassment. That's just a dream. It's us faking it, right? So now, I tell you again, right? So it's got through this door, and then it's got through this door. But the beautiful trick that this amazing creature, right, has done is this. Because remember, I'm asleep in the house. When I wake up, it's closed this door. And then what it's done, because they're just nice guys, you know, these foxes, that's why it gets fox hunting, right? It's then closed and locked this door, because look, I'm just going to show you the lock here. Look down here, I don't know if you can see it. It locks, and it locks like this by pulling the lever up. And this fox, on the way out, and you lock it like that, right? By pushing it up, it's locked it on the way out. Just because, I mean, come on, I'm a nice guy, and it's thought, look, I've trashed his shoes, I've taken his shoes, least I can do is lock the door. That's what you want me to believe. And some of you guys want to believe it. Count me as like a conspiracy theorist. I'm a bit cynical. So, okay, so now we know and we're sure that it is a fox, and we're 100% sure that I got it wrong. Still some doubt in my mind. I don't know, I just can't get it out. But I'm a rational guy, you know, a bit crazy, and so there you have it. Just one last appeal to you know, to all those kind of pro-Israel foxes out there. I bought some new shoes. I really like them. You know, I get you gotta come out and spook people out. I mean. And I'm still talking about foxes here, right? I ain't talking about no Zionists, I'm not talking about nothing like that. I'm just saying, I know that you got to do what you got to do. Maybe you're going to come around someone's house and, you know, try to rearrange your furniture or make them feel a bit, you know, stupid. Then, can I just wear these shoes for a little while, please? And then, you know, I'll put a little sign on my door saying, you know, I don't really want them anymore, I've got a new pair. And then come in by all means and, you know, shuffle stuff around. Lastly, for the brothers and sisters on Facebook, so wondering why I'm not replying, considering the initial post I made, started on Facebook and you know, went nationwide, is because, and I haven't said anything about this. About half an hour after I exposed what I felt was Zionist intimidation, I was blocked from Facebook. Ooh, and then I was trolled by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Zionists, right? So, you know, again, you know, I don't know, maybe the fox did it.